Hey everyone, I'm Mind, and I just got another issue of the LEGO Ninjago magazine. This month's magazine is very exciting because it comes with a Benthomaar minifigure. Benthomaar is an amazing figure that I never expected to get a second of, so it's so cool to see that he's coming in this magazine. But as always with the Ninjago magazine, so we take a look at the minifigure in a little bit. First, let's take a look at the magazine itself. So now that he's removed, you can see it says LEGO Toy, Benthomaar plus Giant Trident. LEGO Toy, okay, it says it again. Benthomaar, Prince of Melopia, Mighty. Mighty! Thanks for that descriptive detail there. Adrift, can the bounty survive? Swoosh. Can Jay save Nia, or is she lost forever? What's that? Is that like what the comic's going to be about? Is this going to take place after Seabound? If so, that's actually pretty cool. I'm curious to see where they go with that. Kai's challenge, become a ninja, and then we have an advertisement for the comic which says Old Villains Return. That's potentially interesting. Let's see what's inside. We have, of course, the ad for Seabound on the front cover. Very happy to see that. Table of contents, another ad for the comic, picture of two of the posters. And then here we have the instructions for Benthomaar. Prince Benthomaar. Bentho is the nickname of this kind soul. Loved by his adopted father, King Trimar, and hated by his adopted brother, Kalmar, he finds true friends in the ninja. He helps the heroes in the final duel in Ninjago City. If the ninja need me, I will be ready. Clever. That's... Why did they title it that? Bentho can also carry the hefty sphere on his back. Cool. I guess that does make him clever. One head, two faces. I love hanging out with the whales, so don't try and hurt them. Okay. Strong. No one in the Kingdom of Melopia wields a mightier trident. Truly awesome. Alright, this just has an image of a bunch of LEGO parts. We have to find all the ones that make up Benthomaar's trident. Creative game, I guess. Oh, we have a sideways page. Deep sea confusion. I have a trident and you have a plan. Lead me away from here. Hydro whippers are hot on Benthomaar's scaly heels. Find the right path through the Megamates. How many coins are there on the path to the finish? Alright, and then it's pretty much just a maze, I guess, with its coins to collect. That's kind of fun. And below that, there's a game where you have to figure out which of these vehicles make a path to the ninja, so Benthomaar can get from this, from up here to the ninja. Interesting, okay. I don't know how I feel about them just using static minifigure images. They're all just standing there so statically. They're just like, oh, okay, we're here now. It's a little bit funny looking. Alright, and this one you have the Dakota secret message. I don't know if anybody actually wants to do it themselves, but I guess if you do, now's the time to pause the video. But it says, Kalmar has woken Wojira. Okay. This is, I think, a spot the differences game, but they're both on the same page. Yeah, it's just flipped, but there's some differences between the two images, such as Wojira's eye being inverted. Alright, now we're at the comic. So as always, the comic, I will not be reading the entire thing to you guys, but if you want to pause the video and read it for yourself, feel free to. This looks actually very interesting. It does look like it's after the end of Seabound. I'm very excited to see what they do here. Oh, and this is actually really cute. It shows Kai and Jay bonding after the end of Seabound, and together they're like mourning the loss of Nia. That's actually really, really sweet. I hope we get to see something like this in the show, because that is very nice to see. Oh my god, guys, it's Merjitsu. Okay, so they're helping cleaning up trash on the beach. That's very responsible, the ninja. Thank you for that. Alright, so they're just going around asking different people who, like, work at the ocean if they've seen Nia at all. But it seems like it's mostly just stories they made up. This is really good so far. I'm actually quite enjoying this. But unfortunately now is the break in the comics, so let's take a look at what's on the next page. We have Disoriented at Sea. Alright, so we have to figure out which one of these combinations of turns makes it end up in the same direction it started in. That's interesting. That's a game that takes a couple moments. I guess that could be fun. And then we have the two posters in the center. Okay, so this first one, I think is a misprint, because I'm pretty sure I've gotten this one before. Like, I'm almost positive this came in a previous magazine. And then we look at the back at the front of the actual magazine where they advertise the posters. Yeah, that's neither of them. I've never had this happen before. I wonder if I just got unlucky, or if everybody got a duplicate poster. If any of you guys are in the UK and have picked up this magazine, please let me know if you got this poster or if it was the one that was advertised. But yeah, that's a little disappointing that it's just a repeat. Luckily though, the other side does seem to be correct, so it's only misprinted on one side, which is somehow even weirder. Like, it's not like they just repackaged an old poster. They printed on one side completely wrong. That's very strange. But yeah, this other poster is actually new, so I can comment on it. And I actually think this one is pretty cool. So it's got a picture of Energy Nia and the Water Dragon. A little bit of a clash of styles, because that's the box art render for Energy Nia, and this is a TV show render for the Water Dragon. But you know what? I think it does look kind of cool. My only complaint is I don't love this text at the bottom. Like, I consider hanging this up if it didn't have the full water power at the bottom. That just seems a little silly. But the Dragon and Nia look pretty nice. And I love seeing that full Nia render, like we saw on the box art, but just look at that. That's so, so cool. Yeah, this seems like a pretty decent poster. It's just a shame the other side was nothing new. But yeah, anybody in the UK who got this magazine, please let me know in the comments, because I know it's different versions of the magazines in different countries, and I have the UK version, so I'm curious as to, like, what the deal with that is. Alright, now back to the magazine. We have another activity. Yeah, figure out which one of these J's is pointing towards the bullseye here. And then this is just another maze game very similar to the Benthomaar one we already had. It's just, hey, which path takes you to the temple? Huh, okay. But now we are back to the comics, so let's see where this goes. Looks like we have some hidden side characters making cameos, because that's the scientist, and you can see the main girl from Hidden Side's right there. I don't know their names because I was never that into Hidden Side, but it's kind of cool to see them make an appearance. But more importantly, Misdemeanor is back. I love that character. I think she's just such a funny character in concept. I really hope we get a minifigure of her one day. She's just so cool. I love all these magazines that actually show the elemental powers. That's very, very cool. Like Zane creating that ice ball. I like that a lot. Okay, and it turns out the sea monster was a fake and it was being sold by Ronin. Huh, okay, I liked this comic overall. The first half was definitely better, just showing Kai and Jay dealing with the loss of Nia. I thought that was genuinely really heartfelt and good. But of course, they're gonna have some, like, fun ninja goofiness. And I think it was honestly pretty good here. Misdemeanor's a really cool character to see. And it's nice to see Ronin again, too. Yeah, I actually really like this comic overall. This might be one of my favorite comics they've done. The best one is still always the Cole's Mother backstory comic. But this might be a close second now. This actually gets me very excited to see what's to come in the next season of Ninjago. Okay, what? What is this? Jay. Interesting to see what you can learn about me here. And we have Scuba Jay and Island Jay and Massive Mountain Jay. And we've got his cool moments in Season 14. Well, there you go, guys. That answers the question, right? Season 14? Seabound Season 14? I guess that everyone who says, like, oh no, it was Season 15. Nope, Seabound Season 14, because here's an official piece of LEGO Media calling it Season 14. So there you go. Alright, so it just gives you some information about Jay, shows you some stuff from Seabound. This is cool, I guess. Did they have this for the rest of the ninja or just Jay? Just Jay, apparently. Alright, this is just a maze you have to do by sneaking through without touching anything. This is just a brick building guide. You're supposed to use LEGO bricks to match the shape. And this is just a counting game. Okay. Ooh, okay, this is new. So this is the feature fan section, which they always have. But the difference this time around is they're no longer giving away a J keychain. They're now giving away a 4+ Ninjago set, which honestly is better than the keychain. You can do a lot more with that. And it's different because they've been giving away that same keychain for forever. So that's very cool to see. So yeah, if any of you guys are in the UK, you can mail something to this address, and if you're featured, you win that. So it's like a win-win. You get featured in a magazine, and you get a free LEGO set. That's pretty awesome. Alright, then at this point in the video, my footage unfortunately got corrupted. However, luckily we're at the end of the magazine, so I don't think it matters too much. The only thing you miss is you can see there was a survey on that next page there, which you filled it out, you had a chance to win some island sets. And then I still have the audio of me talking about the last page, so I'm just going to put a static image up on the screen of what the last pages are, and I'll keep that original audio. Thanks for understanding, guys. Luckily, the minifigure review at the end is all good. Alright, and then we have an advertisement for next month's magazine, and it comes with Scuba Lloyd. Scuba Lloyd's not as exciting as some of the other figures we've gotten recently. We've had back-to-back-to-back really exciting minifigures. We had Scuba Nia, which was amazing. That's exclusive to a $130 set. And then Scuba Kai, who isn't as cool, but still very cool, because he doesn't come in any sets cheaper than $100. And then Benthomaar only comes in one $100 set, so he's very cool as well. Lloyd, he's another scuba suit that we haven't gotten in the magazine before, so that's cool, I guess, but he does come in a $20 set as well as one other set. So he's not, like, super uncommon or anything, but I appreciate getting another one. Hopefully that's one of the magazines that comes with an extra figure, because that would be very cool. We also have an ad for an amazing comic, and they're actually advertising the core sets in this magazine. That's kind of surprising to see, but I guess that makes sense. Seabound's long gone at this point. Okay, and this is a box that you can cut out and use. Okay, sure. Alright, but I think that's about it for the magazine itself, so now let's take a look at that minifigure. Alright, so here's the minifigure that comes in this magazine, Benthomaar, and just wow, it's so cool that this guy comes in the magazine. Benthomaar is one of the main characters in Ninjago Seabound, but he only came in one set. And these magazines don't usually include side characters, it's usually only ninja and villains, so I was not expecting to get this guy in a magazine, but I'm so happy we did. Because I'm sure there's so many people out there who, like, want a Benthomaar minifigure, but weren't able to get the big set that he comes in because it is $100. However, thanks to this magazine, there's now a much cheaper way to get him. It's because of the character that this is a fantastic minifigure. But in terms of the minifigure design itself, it's also really good. I love the sand blue. It's such a unique color that's not used too often on minifigures. But he's got like the metallic bronze armor and gold plating on top of it, and like the overall aquatic design in his torso and legs. His face is pretty good. I love all the face markings and everything and the bright blue eyes. My only gripe with this guy is the expression. He's got a very intense smile, which I feel like he never really had in the show. I wish it was subdued a little bit, but that's not a huge deal, and it does still look very good overall. In terms of his accessory, it comes with a giant trident, which is actually a really fun build. It uses these blue blade pieces, which I believe were originally Nexonites and have also been used in Monkey Kid and Trans Green, but now it's being used here in Trans Blue, and I think it looks fantastic. They also use the candelabra piece introducing the summer 2021 wave of LEGO Harry Potter, and just all that together creates a really unique looking build, especially because like it works as an actual trident. It doesn't look ridiculous, it looks really cool, but it uses really unique and really creative parts, and I absolutely adore it for that. He also, of course, has the LEGO Batman movie Joker hair in black, which is a super cool part as well. It's really cool to see they're still making that piece, because it's a really unique and cool hairpiece, and I think it fits Benthomaar really well. Around his back, too, you can see he has this clip like it showed in the magazine. This is where, of course, you can attach his trident. Except with his hair poking back, you actually can't put it straight up like it shows in the magazine. You have to tilt it to the side a little bit. But once you do, you can have the trident properly attached to his back, so he can just carry it around like that. It doesn't have to be in his hand. The clip on the back is a very simple thing to add, but you know what? I really appreciate it, because they didn't need to include that, but it's just a nice bonus. With the back attachment removed, though, here's a look at Bentho's face from the front. Again, really love the design here, so detailed. And there's the back torso print as well as the alternate face. I think the alternate face fits Benthomaar a little bit better. The front face doesn't really represent happy Bentho, but this does a pretty good job representing angry Bentho. And once again, just so much detail there, especially love the bright blue eyes. That looks so fantastic. But yeah, overall, really amazing minifigure just on his own, but as like an inclusion in a magazine, this is fantastic. I absolutely love this. For people who don't have them, this is a very cheap way to get him. For people who do, this is a way to get a second, because he is the main character. And I don't know about you guys, but personally, I like to have duplicates of most of the main characters. So it's very cool to have a second Benthomaar now. So, what are my overall thoughts on this magazine? I think this one is fantastic as a whole. The comic was really good, one of my favorites, and the minifigure, as you just heard, is fantastic. If I had to levy some criticisms, I feel like there was not as many activities in this one, which for me is the thing I care the least about, right? I don't really care for the activities. They're clearly meant for very young kids. But if I was a younger kid who enjoyed doing the activities in these magazines, I feel like I would be a little let down by this one, because there's not as much as there normally is. In addition to that, some of them are very samey, like there's 2 of the same maze puzzle. Also, the duplicate poster was a little bit weird, but I assume that was just a mistake. But yeah, the activities are a fun inclusion, but I don't think they're what's important. I think the toy and the comic are what's important, and both of those were fantastic this time around. So I have nothing but good things to say about this magazine. I highly recommend you pick this one up if you're in a country where they offer it. Benthomaar is an amazing minifigure, and if you guys don't have him yet and you're a Ninjago fan, I recommend you get this magazine so you can get him, because he's just a fantastic one to get. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of this magazine in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please press like, subscribe if you're new. I do LEGO and Ninjago videos like this almost every day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.